This is something that we have been looking at for a period of time. Most specifically, started examining the feasibility of hosting these state championships and all the logistics that would go into it as we've listened to concerns from our membership. That really started about a week ago. And for the past week, we've been deliberating upon this decision. And unfortunately, today we had to make the difficult announcement to cancel the 2021 Winter State Championship events.
The other thing that I don't want to get lost in the shuffle of today's announcement is obviously a pause, if you will, on all high-risk sports until we get authorization. And that includes obviously all of the high risk in the winter, potential fall too, and boys lacrosse in the spring.
Yeah, I think that's really today's announcement had two major parts to it. The first being the cancellation of the 2021 Winter State Championship events, and then also the postponement of high-risk sports until authorization is granted. You may recall that the original start date for the winter season was November the 16th. We postponed till November 30th, hoping that we would receive authorization by then. We realized that we were not going to get authorization to start high risk by November 30th, so then we pushed until January 4th. It's become evident as infection rates and hospitalization rates have increased that the likelihood of getting authorization by January 4th was no longer a reality. So instead of establishing yet another potential target date, we just decided to go ahead as an association and postpone high-risk sports until authorization is granted without specifically establishing a target or goal date.
So with those two kind of statements off the top, I'm going to get into the question and answer portion in the chat. Let's start with Rich Donnelly, who asks, how does today's decision to cancel the Winter State Championships, what kind of impact would that have on a possible start for high-risk sports?
I don't think they have anything to do with one another. I think we have to wait for authorization from state officials in order to start high-risk sports. It's our goal that we will have a high-risk winter sports season. When that will be is contingent upon authorization from our state officials.